Captivating opening, excited host. What's up, Purple Nation? The Vikings are building a team to compete hard in 2025, but one crucial piece is still missing. The quarterback. Is McCarthy ready to lead? Or should the Vikings have locked in Aaron Rodgers? Let's dive into this saga, contextualizing the situation. The Vikings finished last season with 14 wins, but fell disappointingly in the playoffs. The roster is strong, but the big question remains. Who will lead this offense in 2025? The initial plan. The plan seemed simple. Keep Sam Darnold or bring in a veteran to compete with McCarthy. The first target was Daniel Jones, but he chose the Colts. Nick Mullins also left, and suddenly, the only QBs left were McCarthy and Brett Rippon. Rodgers enters the equation. And then the bombshell name emerged, Aaron Rodgers. The veteran sees the Vikings as a win-now team and reportedly had interest in joining his former rival. But did the front office actually want that? Rodgers and O'Connell's relationship. Kevin O'Connell and Rodgers have known each other for over a decade. The Vikings coach studied Rodgers' 2024 tape extensively and spent hours debating with the front office about this potential signing. The internal debate. Inside the Vikings facility, opinions were divided. Rodgers could elevate the team immediately, but how would that affect McCarthy? Was it too risky of a short-term move? McCarthy's status. McCarthy was one of the most promising QBs in the 2024 draft but missed his rookie season due to a knee injury. O'Connell believes in his potential, but is he really ready? The front office's decisions. If the Vikings truly wanted a top veteran, they could have pushed harder for Darnold, paid more for Jones, or even signed Rodgers. But they didn't. Why? The long-term plan. Since 2022, the Vikings' strategy has been to find a young, affordable QB to build a strong team around. With McCarthy still on his rookie contract, there's room to strengthen other areas of the roster. The risk of betting on McCarthy. If McCarthy plays well, the Vikings made the right call. But if he struggles, Rodgers could end up signing with the Giants or Steelers, and Minnesota would be left without a plan B. Stats and analysis. Let's look at the numbers. McCarthy had a solid preseason before his injury. Meanwhile, Rodgers, despite missing most of 2024, showed he can still be deadly in the pocket. How do these stats compare? Fan reactions. And the fans? Many wanted Rodgers, while others prefer giving McCarthy a shot. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you want as the 2025 starter? The Vikings' next steps. Training camp will be crucial. If McCarthy shows progress, the front office will feel justified. But if doubts arise, a veteran signing could still happen before the season. Locker room impact. Beyond the technical aspects, trusting McCarthy impacts the locker room dynamic. Do the team's veterans believe he can lead them to success? Or would they prefer a more experienced name? Analysts' opinions. NFL experts are also divided. Some believe the Vikings have a strong enough roster to compete without a star QB, while others think Rodgers could be the final piece of the puzzle. The Vikings' history with young QBs. The Vikings don't have a great recent track record of developing young quarterbacks. Will McCarthy break this trend or become another forgotten name? What Rodgers would represent. Signing Rodgers wouldn't just be a technical boost, it would be a media explosion. Would this be a repeat of Brett Favre's Vikings saga in 2009? Latest news and rumors. The market could still shift. Rumors suggest the Vikings might reconsider a move if McCarthy struggles in the preseason. Could we still see a surprise? Impact on the offensive playbook. McCarthy and Rodgers have very different styles. How would the Vikings' offense look with each? O'Connell would need to adjust his scheme to maximize their strengths. Comparisons to other NFL situations. We've seen teams gamble on young QBs and fail. Are the Vikings repeating the mistakes of teams like the Jets with Zach Wilson? Or are they following the patient path of the Chiefs with Mahomes? NFC North rivals reactions. If Rodgers joined the Vikings, how would that impact the Packers, Bears, and Lions? The rivalry would gain a new, epic chapter. Who else is watching this situation? Teams like the Steelers and Giants are still hunting for a quarterback. Are they waiting for a potential McCarthy failure to make a move? Additional closing thoughts. Regardless of the Vikings' decision, one thing is clear: 2025 will be full of excitement. Will McCarthy prove he's the right guy? Or will the Vikings regret passing on Rodgers? Stay tuned and follow every step of this journey. Skull. Possible alternatives. If McCarthy doesn't convince, who's still available on the market? Could a veteran be a backup plan for the Vikings? The decision has been made, at least for now. But did the Vikings make the right choice? Drop your opinion in the comments and hit the like button to support the channel. See you in the next video. Skull.